the American way, it's the American dream.
4G, it's what all the cell phone companies are bragging about these days. From the iPhone to the Evo and just about every new phone coming out. But buyer beware, 4G doesn't always mean the same thing.
There's a lot of confusion on the 4G claims, of course. The marketeers have kind of run away with certain things.
There is a definitive answer on what the phone companies and carriers have defined to be necessary for 4G. Okay? And that's not necessarily what is being sold as 4G.
In most cases, it means the phone works on a new higher speed fourth generation digital network. Except in the case of the iPhone, then it just means the fourth generation of the device, no higher speeds. As for those new networks, there are a couple of industry standards to remember.
First is that it uses totally packet switching, which means you break up communication, whether it's voice, people speaking, or whether it's data, or whether it's streaming video, audio, that it breaks it up into packets and treats it as an internet protocol like a computer uses.
Right now, Sprint is the only carrier offering 4G in West Michigan. They have for about a year now, using the Clearwire network on a WiMAX system. We'll spare you the technical data on how it all works, but it works.
Secondly, that it has a minimum download speed of 100 megabits. Promises up to 1 gigabit, but ungodly speeds.
My Evo 4G speed tested about 4 to 7 megs, which is about the same as a standard hardline broadband connection from the cable company. Impressive with a mobile device. But to be honest, reception around town is spotty at best.
The core of the 4G service is the Metro Grand Rapids area, and Clear just announced an expansion of that this week where they filled in East Grand Rapids, a couple of small pockets in Grand Rapids, added some coverage in Kentwood, and then brought on a completely new service area, Jenison and Granville.
Sprint says eventually subscribers will have nationwide 4G coverage. That's also the goal at Verizon Wireless, where they're already selling 4G phones locally and testing their own 4G network in the Grand Rapids area.
Verizon Wireless has done 45 markets already across the country. Southeast Michigan, Detroit's already launched, and by the end of this year we'll have several more, including Saginaw, Flint, Lansing, and Grand Rapids.
Verizon's system is called LTE for long-term evolution. It promises even quicker speeds of 5 to 12 meg downloads, thanks to hundreds of millions of dollars in improvements they're making to their network.
The towers themselves aren't necessarily new. New antennas are used on many existing towers. New radio equipment that sits at the base of each tower is new. And new electronic components in our switching centers are new.
So is 4G service worth paying a premium? Well, it depends on the user. If you want blazing fast internet browsing and downloads, hiccup-free video chat, or the ability to use your phone as a mobile hotspot, supplying internet connections to numerous devices at the same time, the answer is yes. But keep in mind, 4G's spotty reception eats batteries as the device searches for a signal, and there's usually a $10 a month fee for the service and a $10 fee for tethering. If you just use your phone for calls, text messages, and occasional web browsing, 3G will probably be fine for now. Eventually, all phones will work on 4G networks. That's just where it's going. But right now, the choice is yours.
What makes that difficult is when a consumer wants to then compare vendor A and vendor B's 4G. And in reality, you can't compare.